Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes with return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Caught by the receiver. No gain on the play. Secondary.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropping back, it's Webb. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best. And this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Webb. Fires to the wideout. He's got it on the move. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
It's now second and goal.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Alabama.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Webb. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
It's still third and goal. He's looking downfield to throw. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
What a third down stop by this defense. Third down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the fourth and goal.
Splits the uprights. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback will audible. On second down, looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And, man, this QB has delivered all year long. All the hype coming in as a freshman. Like, will he get on the field? Not only does he get on the field, now we're talking late in the season about being a true freshman quarterback, possibly winning a Heisman. You talk about a guy that has handled every moment and embraced it and excelled. This guy has been phenomenal.
Snags it at the 30 and still running. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Number 12 on the field. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 3, Oklahoma.
And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And after the 3 spot, guys, we're all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Now on first down from the 40. They go to the ground. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back goes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Can anyone catch it? Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And they knocked through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw, it's Weeks. He puts a lot of air under it it down the sideline. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up being plucked it.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wants to fire on second down. He's going to run it. Across the 25, he's got room. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Wide out in motion. On the move. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Weeks. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And he breaks into the open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Sooners in the hurry-up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He goes out of bounds, but he just about... Self, what a return after the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. He now has 84 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee.
All right, got to be honest, don't hate it. I mean, a lot of people would love to see a 2-minute situation. You're trailing at halftime, but they've had some things go wrong, and I think right now they're just trying to make sure you keep your team together, you keep them focused, you don't try to do something crazy and risk something very negative happening before the half.
Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the 2nd half. Alabama will kick it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us.